What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about a really cool team that I just purchased for under $450. The point of this video is to help highlight some of the amazing deals you can find on the market. For people looking for their first Axies, this is going to be a little bit harder to mimic because these are interesting buys that I found. That being said, if you follow the guidelines, I'm going to try to encourage you to look for certain aspects, and I'll show some similar ones that are out there for affordable prices. I'm going to be covering a beast reptile build. Again, I've said this before, I think it's a great build for beginners. It offers a lot of versatility. It does fairly well against the beast bird matchups you're going to be running into a lot of the time. And so let's jump into it. I'm going to cover my team, look at the floor market in general, see what's out there, and I think it's going to be quite a bit of fun. Now this guy, I can't believe I saw this out there for 0.058 ETH. What an insane buy. This Axie is crazy. I always wanted one. Essentially, the way the build works is you have Hotbutt and Kestrel for double disable. You're disabling like half of the cards that they can have. Horn and Mouth, and in a 1v1 that can be crippling for your opponent. Also with Green Thorns, when you pair that up with Hotbutt, which is a plant card, you get double the shield. 2-0 cost here, that's 60 shield. Play it with the Hotbutt. I mean, you can brick wall the heck out of this thing. It can be very difficult to kill. And on top of that, now normally I think ideally you want Chomp. However, I have Axie Kiss, which makes it really tough on the opposition because they have to worry about hitting me, and if they don't kill me or don't have a killing blow and leave me hanging with like 30% or below HP, I get to tag them with the death mark, which means my next attack is a guaranteed crit, and that could just end up being a killing blow. When I search for these parts, you can see that they're few and far between, and the closest one here does have the Chomp. It's going for 0.26, AK selling it. He's the originator as far as I know of this build, and this is just a disgusting one. Moving on, we have this really cool plant. Now I want to say, if you're budget shopping for plants, you still want to be looking for ones that generally can stay alive in the first round or two and have some decent shield available, and I have that here with Cuckoo. I've got Hatsoon, another high shield, decent damage, and then Risky Beast, which is really valuable for me in this budget team to help me chew through their tank, because as we'll see in a minute, the beast I went with, I had to make some sacrifices to get it in the right budget range. Got this for 0.05 ETH as well, and very happy about that. So these are some things to keep in mind if you're going for less of a staple plant, which I think those, the pure ones are going to start to run around 0.07, 0.08, and upwards from there, depending on what you get. Now, my beast, this little nifty fellow. For one, I want to point out that with this fish tail, it makes him 42 speed, which is 1 speed faster than pure beasts. All pure beasts are 41 speed, so if you can find one on a budget that has an aqua part, as you're climbing the ranks, most people have standard beast speed. They don't have the fancier 43 and 45 speeds until you get to higher levels. So when you're moving up, you're usually going to get that first mover's advantage with even 1 extra speed. You can find some interesting builds out there going for really cheap. I got this for 0.043. It's pretty much a rip beast that you're going to see tons of. Now, usually the cheapest pure ones have Cottontail. I actually really love having the aqua part over that. Provides me with some more shield, more damage, and if you play it well, you don't really need the Cottontail for energy. You can gain tons from Imp, the Ronin and Imp combination, which gives you an energy on each critical strike. So I think for 0.043, let's just take a look at that beast market I was talking about. A little bit more expensive to go for that Rimp build with the Cottontail, and again, I think this is a downgrade. So this is kind of what I'm saying, is that you can find stuff out there flying under the radar if you're smart and if you're looking for it consistently. If you're trying to find deals, the best way to do it is check the floor of each class every day, or the class that you're looking to find a deal on something for. I mean, I stumbled across this reptile. Look at this beautiful reptile. It had just been listed. I scooped it, stoked about it. Oh man, this is funny. Speaking of which, Indes just hit me up. He's going back to the bug discard build with the Tri-Spikes rep with a bird or aqua part. This is such perfect timing. Play of the game here, Virgin rep. Tri-Spikes rep for only 0.095, and look at this thing. It's got the bird part for really nice balance in terms of damage. You can snipe beasts with that extra bird damage. It's a 43 speed, damage reflect and Scaly Spoon, which is actually a really great ability now that they buffed it, and then Gecko for damage reduction. that's so sick. I want to shout out Indes because you can see here, he was actually helping me piece together the second half of this build. I found the rep and then kind of consulted with him on super cheap beasts or plants I could find. He's such a good friend and an amazing player and does so much for the community. So follow Indes on Twitter. It's at Indes_AxieGG. And follow the Axie Arena on Twitter as well. That's the podcast that he hosts with Z on Sundays. They talk everything Axie Arena related. Really good stuff there. The last thing I'll say about finding deals is if you check here in the Axie Infinity Discord under Axie listings, you can see every single Axie that gets listed on the market. So if you just check this periodically throughout the day, you will see stuff show up that you can potentially scoop, and that is a very good way to stay on top of the deals that are out there. When we put together the damage for my team, it comes to 0.1613 ETH. That's $443. Really not bad for what we got. That's with ETH at a price of $27.50. And before I play an arena game, I figured I'd rattle off some decent alternatives to what I'm trying to play with today. We have this thorny, scaly reptile, the chomp combo, so commonly seen on backliners. You know, the Terminators are really the most popular, but that's going to cost way more than this. So for 0.05, I saw this sitting at the floor as well. Not a bad pickup. Plants, you know, I wish this one had a little more shield. It does have high health considering how wonky of a build it is, and really good damage with some energy gain. So for this low of a price, definitely not a bad pickup. And I'm showing all these to try to give you an idea of what you want to be looking for. Things that are cohesive. Try to always have a game plan. Find a purpose in what you're going after. Don't just buy random stuff without thinking about what you're going to be pairing it with. Watch more videos. I have tons of intro videos on builds, and this can help you gain ideas and look for things that are unique and very well priced. As far as aquas, this is the very first page of floor Axies, and the only one that jumps out here is this guy for 0.04. It's damn near $100, and the only reason that I'm highlighting it is just it has that cohesiveness, high damage. You could throw this one at the midline. You even have Tadpole, which just got a buff, and it has decent shield, so you have some brick wall opportunity in the mid game, and you're not just gonna always get smoked by another aqua necessarily. Yeah, I mean, it's just so affordable for this price point. Last, and I think almost, I will say last and least, is birds. I'm not a huge fan of the bird class right now in the current state of the game. They're just so fickle. They're easily sniped by all the backdoors. And also, I actually had to go full purity here, unlike the other floors I was showing, because without Little Owl, it's even more of a lost cause most of the time. You might see some high meta unique builds that like the very best are using, but that's going to be hard to find and hard to pull off. Again, I would stay away from them. I'd find other builds that are going to do well. Double Aqua, Beast Reptile, things like that are better in my opinion, especially for beginners. All right, that's it. That's me covering the marketplace. I'm ready to jump into a game with this new team I bought. I'm a little nervous because I'm currently in the top 10, so I'm going to be facing some stiff competition, but hopefully I can book one win at least with this team. Okay, wow, interesting. So double plant here. He does have the Winghorn, which is kind of scary for, you know, the fact that we have a beast, just because it can so easily get killed. I get a pretty good draw here in round one. I think I'm going to pass just once and see if I can get one more beast card. Oh, that's huge, the second Ronin. This should be a dead tank, and I'm going to get 2 energy back, so I'm really stoked about the fact that we pulled that one. So I think I'll do this, and I'll follow up with, yeah, I don't have any plant cards up front. Yeah, I'm just going to do this and save my other energy. Okay, great. So looks like we're just going to take out one of these plants, which is pretty massive straight out of the gate here. Oh, wow, we even get the extra crit. So that's a bunch of energy for us. And then now, here we go. Here we go. We have the interesting plant up front, which I should be able to. I'm going to go ahead and use these cards and start putting pressure on this plant. I think he might not be anticipating more firepower from me here, just given the fact that I played all those beast cards. If I'm going to do this, I think I should probably actually just try to kill this plant. Like, I don't see him playing a ton of pumpkin and heal. Yeah, I think I should probably just try to kill this plant. So I'm going to do that like that. Because if I can kill him off... Okay, he does play a lot of shield, actually, and he's going to kill my beast, which is fine. Beast feel like he kind of already served his purpose here. And I'm also expecting out of this plant to probably play some energy steals, which he's not going to get to make very much use of. That's just one poison against me, which is fine. Oh, I think we might even get this done with the revenge arrows here. Oh my gosh, and the crit. I think that guarantees the kill here. 151, 151. This plant going down is massive. Oh, that's huge. Now, he's definitely down to 2 energy as well. So what that means for me is I should be able to pull this off if I just kind of wait it out and stack up some cards on this backline reptile, because I definitely have an advantage in the 1v1 versus this aqua. I think I'll go ahead and pass though, right here. I could play one Kestrel to avoid him from backdooring me though next round. I think I'll do that. Okay, cool. So I'm imagining he's kind of like saving up here to hit me with a backdoor. So that's why I play the Kestrel, because it disables Winghorn, so he can't do that. He should be able to kill my plant, I think, if he attacks it. But if he does hit me, that'll disable Juggling and Hair next round, because I'm going to play Hot soon. So hopefully, because he can't backdoor me, he'll hit me in the front and his ranged cards will be disabled. I could even hit him with one Hot Butt to disable his mouth cards too, which would be pretty savage, because I don't really think he'll be able to play anything next round if I do that, as long as he hits my plant. Let's see what happens here. So he is using all of his ranged cards. I don't know if this was the smartest play. Maybe I was supposed to just stack up energy, but he won't have any moves next round. Yeah, he can't even play, he can't play anything. I might have to show this replay afterwards to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But since I know that I'm safe, I'm just going to go ham here with damage. Oh, that's just so sick. He literally cannot do anything. Wow. Oh, that win felt good. I'm not gonna lie, that felt like a good one. That was a really cool game. So it's the thing with this backliner is it's almost like you have Gravel Ant potential similar to it because of all the disables you can pull off. So hey, check market, right? Like keep an eye out if there's one out there for an affordable price. I mean, I doubt you find it for 0.05, but anywhere between 0.1 and 0.2 is probably pretty good for an Axie this strong. All right, I'm gonna wrap the video up there. I hope it was useful. I hope you got some tips in terms of how to scan the market and look for deals. And just remember, the more that you learn about Axie Infinity, the more confident you're gonna be in finding these certain builds that are high value and sometimes priced very low. I think people often undervalue things that aren't pure, which is fair. I mean, it's definitely harder to breed with and stuff, but you can still find very strong builds on the market. If you're interested in like more clear-cut beginner builds, I have tons of videos on those too. Just check my channel. You'll see double aqua builds, beast aqua reptile build with the anemone tank up front, things like that. Yeah, and I hope that those are useful too. It's a decent time to get into the game. Prices are relatively low. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at ElijahCTG and leave me a comment and let me know what you want to see next. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.